Hey, Push Wheats Catan here with another strategy deep dive where we look at the strategic tactics that you need to win when you're playing at a high level in Settlers of Catan. But first, for the first time ever, I am doing a giveaway where I have created these awesome hand lasered products for holding your Catan pieces. Stick around to the end to figure out how you can claim yours. But hopping into the game and looking at this board, the first thing I notice is that this is a pretty low ore board with a lot of wheat and a lot of sheep. We're also seeing some pretty strong brick and wood, although it's a little bit isolated throughout the board. I'm placing first here, and from my perspective, I know that I can be the one that gets to lock down the strong ore and wheat spot. And there's many sheep pairings here. So the first move that I make is taking this 8-3-10. This gives me 3 different resources and also is going to set the stage for me to be able to pair up with the plentiful sheep offerings later. Red takes an interesting pick here, taking the last wheat spot, and then green is the first one to have a complete strategy laid down. So it looks like they're going for a road strategy, and they are pointed towards the brick port to be able to change that to ore down the road, but they have completely left wheat out of the equation. Red then completes their placement, pairing up some road but ignoring ore almost completely. And blue follows suit, no wheat at all, but a coastal placement and some strong sheep pointed towards the sheep port. So I think I know what they're trying to do as well. What's great here is that nobody has decided to go for a complete ore wheat sheep strategy, which is my favorite to play. And so I have the last placement left. I need sheep. And so for me, this is an easy choice. The 3, 6, 11. The only thing that I'm missing is brick, but I'm pointed towards it. So it'll be slow to start, but it will allow me that opportunity later. So my opening strategy here before the dice roll is I want to buy development cards. I think that I am the only one producing enough ore, wheat, and sheep to stay ahead, win largest army. I also want to get to that brick settlement so that I can keep on expanding and having more settle spots. And then I also think that trading with green is going to be an opportunity since they need that wheat without any produced on their own. And getting started here, that first opportunity comes when green rolls a 7 and asks if they can do wheat for no block. I do accept that trade, and I at least lay down the foundations for working together with green as I want to. And that ends up paying off here with a crucial step in the opening game where I have a knight and propose to green a brick for no block, which they accept. This is the only way that I end up settling on that 5-11 and getting the brick that I need to continue my game. But as we look here in the middle game, green is actually very strong with their road building materials with their recent settle, and blue has now settled on an additional ore and the strongest wheat spot with the tree port. So they're going to outpace me for dev cards with that expansion. Those two are definitely ahead of me right now. So what I need to do to turn this around is use that brick to accelerate my expansion and settle. I need to use my knights that I get from dev cards to slow blue's production of dev cards by blocking their ore, and I can't let blue and green get a city. And I get some help myself here by drawing a Year of Plenty card, which allows me to build my first city, which is pivotal. I'm the only one that has one, and that's going to give me additional settle spots down the road. And this is where this game takes a huge twist. I'm actually looking from green's perspective now, and they have a ton of ore in hand. They already have longest road, and they get a city as well. But blue here uses a monopoly and steals 9 ore from the table. So this is a huge move from blue. They are now going to be able to build a city themselves and buy a bunch of dev cards, so they are clearly in the lead for largest army. And this is where being dynamic is critical. With blue taking that monopoly and them having the lead for largest army with those dev cards, maybe even victory points, we need to change our strategy here. Green is still holding longest road here, but they have no city, and so they're going to need to use their materials not to extend their road, but to build that city so that they can have an additional settle. My path to victory is either through a road settle and building an additional city myself, or now the path to least resistance actually looks like taking longest road. I need to build an additional 3 to take that, and I have a monopoly in hand myself. So in the end, I end up using that monopoly and I get a ton of road building materials. I connect it and I end up taking the win by taking longest road from green. And you can see here, blue actually got unlucky and they had 9 points. They had a victory point, but they did not pull the knight that they needed to get largest army. So it was really, really close. And I would say that it was a pretty lucky win for me. I would give this an 8 out of 10. But also it's 7 out of 10 on skill, because if I hadn't made that early trade through the brick for no block play, there is no way that we would have been able to pull out the expansion that we needed and settle on that wheat port. And this was a perfect example. I got the Year of Plenty and the Monopoly rather than the 2 knights that I thought I was going to get. So you got to be dynamic and switch up when you need to. And you have to use Monopolies well. There are people who play Monopolies and do not understand that it should be used for a strategic tool rather than just as soon as you get it because you get a bunch of cards. So thanks for watching. If you got to this point in the video, then you're probably excited to hear more about that giveaway. These custom Catan piece holders are available in all the colors that you play with. Choose your favorite, and the way that you can cash this in is first, liking this video and subscribing. Second, go into my website through this QR code, and when you get there, you can scroll down and go to the store, which has these products available for pre-order. You can click here on the left to get to that single piece holder. And this is something that would be normally $7 each. I'm going to be giving this away. So once you fill in your information and press OK, I'll get that notification and reach out to you for your shipping details. Just make sure that you put in the promo code PushAWheatsGiveaway1 when you put in that order, and I will be getting that out to you for free. I'll be giving this away to the first 5 people who do this. So if you are one of those lucky ones that gets in there early and submits it, that's awesome. If not, I plan on doing more of these giveaways throughout the year. Thanks again for watching, and to new subscribers of the channel, welcome. Hope to put a lot more great Catan content out there for you soon.